Guys, the other thing I was going to talk about is actually that many people are, for example, in my country especially, there are many people that are trying to save some money to start their own business, and that's perfectly fine, and you shall do that to a certain point, but you don't really have to have the whole sum of money to start your business, because there are so many ways to get actually funded, and you shall actually try to do that, because it's going, you have to need that experience, that knowledge how to do that, because actually you have to get funded in many occasions when you have business, and you need eventually sponsor eventually people behind you that can back you up, people, businesses, etc., partners, and it's some of the most important thing in one's business, if he or she wants to actually succeed and do that constantly, continuously. So if you don't want to fail, actually you need that backups, and there are many different ways. But if you are just wanting to save, like I don't know, let's say $100,000 just to start, it's a smart choice if you can do that in a very let's say in a year or something like that, or less time. Yeah, it's perfectly fine if you can save. But if you are waiting, for example, for years, like a decade, for example, to just save that much money so you can start a business, that's not a good idea. There are so many other ways, and most probably then you won't catch the pace you want to, you need to actually, in order to succeed in your business, because if you are if you have invested, if you have saved, actually deposited or invested with small amount of well, earning potential, your funds with which you wanted to start your business for 10 years, for example, or 7, let's say, even 5, then you'll be saving, you'll be by somehow, well, you'll be relating yourself, your hard work with that money, so it will be very much harder to spend them, and you need to spend them. I mean, spend them, invest them in your business, and it will be harder for you yourself. You invest, like you actually start with, like, most probably, and that's a smart choice, 20,000, 1/5 of that, and it's kind of smart decision. But then about the other money, you try to not to touch them, and that's not a smart choice. You have to invest when you need to. You have to have backup plans. For example, if this fails, I can get sponsored by this company, I can get some money from here or there, I can participate in this exact project, so I can actually fund my activity, etc., and you need that in order to succeed in your business. There are no shortcuts and no other ways that are actually going to work better, or even that is the only way the business actually is working. If you want to be successful, it's possible. The other way around is possible if you have much money to start with. If you have like a capital of, like, I don't know, $1 million or something like that, you can probably try to do everything with your own money. First of all, that's not very smart. The smartest people nowadays in this sphere are not doing that. They are actually living on everything that on credit. They're actually always empowering themselves by doing that continuously and constantly. They're actually putting effort in, well, keeping or even by somehow scaling their well, credit score, etc., etc. So they can actually use more credit in order to use that credit for the success of their company, to give more value to people, so that they can actually prove that they are doing that, and then banks will give them even more money. And that's how business works nowadays. And there's nothing, you can check that it's not the hidden information or nothing like that. So yeah, that's one of the common mistakes. Many people think that they have to make the business with their own business with their own money, and to keep it, for example, in the family, or only with their partner, or with one or two friends, or only by themselves, like freelancers, or people with company that actually has only one employee, which is the actually CEO and the owner of the company. That's not very smart decision, if you ask me, because actually, well, it could be for short period of time, and you can start from there for sure. But anyway, in time, if you want to be a business owner, a businessman, a person who is doing business the right way and the way it actually will work, you need partners, you need sponsorship, you need most probably fundraising, and you have to well, actually educate yourself about those options and choose between them, but nothing less than that. If you are trying to do it only with your money, only by yourself, most probably the business may fail. And even if you are extremely intelligent and extremely skilled in your profession, in your in your field where you specialize, well, it may not be enough, because business is something a little bit more sophisticated than that. And that's what I want to share in this bit. Thank you guys, see you later.